It's impressive the number of men who have been training for years, but Cohen properly develop the muscle they desire most, the chest. The worst part is that they train religiously and know the basic exercises but lack crucial anatomical knowledge about chest fibers, and the result, a chest with little hypertrophy and extreme difficulty developing that wide form that gives presence and imposing appearance to the physique. That's why today, to correct this common problem, you'll see 4 strategic exercises that anyone can do, even beginners, to activate the right fibers and finally achieve a wider, more symmetrical chest with that impressive depth even without a shirt. And no, we're not talking about complicated techniques. These are basic but well-chosen exercises using anatomical knowledge as an ally. You just need to copy them and let time work. Before the exercises, you need to understand the basics of chest anatomy. Most men know that the pectoralis major muscle, which gives that aesthetic shape, is divided into 3 main portions: the upper portion, also called the clavicular portion, the middle portion, and the lower portion. Most men have great difficulty developing the upper portion of the chest, the one that gives that full look near the clavicles and creates a smooth transition between the neck and thorax. That's why 2 of the exercises we'll see today specifically focused on this region. Now, the most important part. The chest is composed of different types of muscle fibers: fast twitch fibers, type 2, which are responsible for strength and power, and slow twitch fibers, type 1, which provide energy. For a truly impressive chest, we need to stimulate both types of fibers. Now, the most important thing. The pectoralis major has a fan-shaped fiber orientation radiating from the shoulder joint to the sternum and humerus. This unique structure is what allows us to perform horizontal adduction movements of the arms, but it's also why we need exercises at different angles to stimulate all fibers efficiently. When we understand and respect this anatomy, results appear much more quickly. Now, we can start with the first exercise, which is fundamental to achieving that width in the upper chest: the inclined dumbbell fly. The inclined dumbbell fly is one of the most efficient exercises for developing the upper chest, precisely the area that most men have difficulty developing. When you perform this movement on an inclined bench, you intensely activate the fibers of the clavicular portion of the chest, those that give that shelf appearance, a muscular shelf that projects the chest upward and outward. What makes this exercise so effective is the extreme stretch it provides. By opening your arms laterally with the dumbbells, you create significant tension in the chest fibers, especially at the origin and insertion of the muscle. It's this stretch under load that stimulates lateral growth, giving that impressive width when you're facing the mirror. Think of it like an elastic band. When you stretch an elastic to its maximum and then release it, it responds with a powerful contraction. The same happens with the pectoral muscle during the incline fly. The deep stretch, followed by controlled contraction, creates the perfect stimulus for growth and development of chest width. To properly execute the incline dumbbell fly, start by adjusting a bench between 30 and 45 degrees of incline. This, according to studies that considered hypertrophy, is the ideal angle to focus on the upper part. Lie on the bench with a dumbbell in each hand, arms extended above your chest with palms facing each other. This is your starting position. Now, maintaining a slight bend in your elbows, which is crucial, slowly open your arms in an arc movement, as if you were hugging a large tree. Lower until you feel a comfortable but intense stretch in your chest. At the lowest point, you should feel a powerful stretch across your entire upper chest. To rise, consciously contract your chest as if you were squeezing something between your arms and bring the dumbbells back to the starting position in a controlled movement. The key here is to maintain constant tension in the chest. Don't relax at the top of the movement. You'll know you are redoing it right when you feel an intense contraction in the upper part of your chest near the clavicles. If you feel your shoulders or triceps working more, something is wrong with your execution. One of the most common errors is the use of very heavy weights, which transforms the exercise into a hybrid movement between fly and press. Remember, the fly is not for lifting maximum weight. It's for creating maximum tension in the chest. Use a weight that allows you to maintain perfect form for 10 to 12 repetitions. Another frequent error is fully extending the elbows, which transfers tension to the joints and can cause injuries. Always maintain that slight bend in the elbows from start to finish of the movement. For ideal results, I recommend 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions, with a rest time of 60 to 90 seconds between sets. Our second exercise is the high pulley crossover, which perfectly complements the work started with the inclined dumbbell fly. The high pulley crossover has the advantage of maintaining constant tension throughout the entire movement. Unlike free weight exercises where resistance varies according to position, this means that every fiber of your upper and middle chest will be under stimulus from the beginning to the end of the repetition, maximizing definition and width gains. When you observe a truly impressive physique, you notice that distinct separation between muscles, especially between the chest and the anterior deltoid. This separation is not just a matter of low body fat percentage, but also of proper development of each muscle group. The high pulley crossover specializes in creating this definition that gives the chest that sculpted look. To execute correctly, start by positioning yourself between 2 pulleys adjusted above shoulder height. Hold a handle in each hand and take a step forward, maintaining a slight forward lean of the trunk, about 15 degrees. This inclination is fundamental to ensure that the chest, not the deltoids, is the protagonist of the movement. Start with your arms open in a position similar to a T, with a slight bend in the elbows that should be maintained throughout the exercise. This is a position of maximum stretch for the chest fibers. Now, in a fluid movement, bring your hands down and forward as if you were hugging a large ball. The crucial point is that, at the end of the movement, your hands should cross slightly, alternating which hand passes over the other each repetition. This crossing is essential for achieving maximum contraction of the chest. You will know you read doing it. Right when you feel an intense contraction in the inner part of your chest at the moment, your hands cross and a feeling of stretch in the sides of your chest when your arms are open. If you feel more work in your shoulders than in your chest, you're probably using excessive weight or not maintaining the slight trunk inclination. A technical detail that makes all the difference is keeping your elbows slightly higher than your wrists during the movement. This maximizes the stimulus on the lateral fibers that give that impressive width. The most common errors include using body momentum to move the weight, not completing the movement until the hands cross, and keeping the elbows fully extended. Your feet should be in a stable position, one slightly in front of the other, providing a solid base. For best results, perform 4 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions with 90 to 120 seconds of rest. Focus on the eccentric phase, controlling the speed as your arms open, as this is where much of the growth stimulus occurs. Our third exercise is a classic that never goes out of style, the flat dumbbell bench press. While the first 2 exercises focused more on amplitude and the upper part, this movement works chest thickness and depth. Emphasizing the middle region, dumbbells allow greater freedom of movement, deeper stretch, and independent work on each side, correcting imbalances. To execute correctly, lie on a flat bench with dumbbells next to your chest, elbows bent and palms facing forward. Press the dumbbells upward following a natural arc, bringing them closer at the top without touching. Squeeze the chest at the top, then lower in control, maintaining retracted shoulder blades and a stable base. Keep elbows at approximately 45 to 70 degrees in relation to your torso. Perform 4 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions with 90 to 120 seconds of rest. After reaching failure, you can add partial repetitions in the upper half for additional stimulus. Our fourth and final exercise is the decline push-up. This exercise intensely works the upper chest and can be done anywhere. Elevate your feet on a stable platform. Position your hands slightly wider than shoulder width with slight external rotation, and keep your body aligned. Lower until you feel a deep stretch, then push up while contracting the upper chest. Maintain full range of motion, core engagement, and neutral neck position. Perform 4 sets to failure. Advanced variations include adding weight or pausing at the bottom. With these 4 exercises, training chest twice a week and allowing proper recovery, results are inevitable. As a bonus tip, creatine supplementation can further enhance strength and hypertrophy when used correctly. If you choose to use it, be aware of common mistakes to avoid potential harm. Thank you for watching until the end, and may God bless you, my friend.